We never meant for this to happen, and it's kind of a long story.
It all began with an empty warehouse.
4,000 square feet of dust,
debris,
and all manner of forgotten things.
But over the course of 3 years, this empty building went through
a dramatic transformation.
From neglected warehouse
to thriving hub for all local creatives.
We started Waldo's with no clear plan or agenda.
We just needed a space to paint,
to build a darkroom,
create,
build,
improvise,
make pancakes.
We could play music,
sculpt,
to read stories.
I was dragged here.
As soon as we opened the doors,
artists, musicians,
writers,
and creatives of all kind began pouring in.
They just needed a space.
So we built a stage.
We put in studios.
We bought darkroom equipment.
Put in a wood shop, a printing press,
a library,
a Kool-Aid bar,
comfy couches,
and a plastic fern.
And soon this building that had once been neglected
was humming with activity.
Monthly open mics,
shows every other weekend,
open hours, art market,
life drawing, art lessons,
story times, and collaborative projects of all kinds.
We're now part of a typical month.
And all this without drugs.
That's right, no drugs.
No drugs.
No drugs.
No drugs?
No drugs.
Or alcohol, because I think that's important too.
But Waldo's became much more than the space or the activities inside.
Waldo's became a community.
Neighbors, travelers,
students, professors,
parents, theologians,
philosophers, musicians,
and artists,
young and old.
People from all walks of life and backgrounds.
These were the people who made up the heart of Waldo's.
Although we were labeled as an art co-op.
You didn't have to be an artist to feel at home.
Something great was happening.
Again, we never meant for this to happen.
We just opened the doors.
But it got cut short.
Turns out that a warehouse was not the best place for what we were doing.
And those doors that offered a home for so many people in this community were closed.
But this is not the end.
It's not the end.
This is
Not the end.
And this is where you come in.
We need to raise $30,000
to rebuild what we had
and resume our activities.
This is a startup fund
for a new space
where we will put in studios,
communal art space,
a dark room,
woodshop,
music venue,
and all the resources that are vital
to making Waldo's
an independent and sustainable space.
This means we won't be asking you for money again.
We are not dependent on annual donation,
member fees,
or continual fundraising to stay in operation.
But we do need this
one-time sum of money
to rebuild what we had.
So who are we?
So who are we?
We are a team of people who
live and work
in the neighborhoods of Gettysburg
and share a mutual passion
for the mission of Waldo's,
which is, in short,
enjoying community,
advancing culture,
and fostering creativity.
We don't do this for the money.
In fact, all of us are volunteers.
We give of our time and our resources
for the community we've come to love.
We have seen firsthand the positive effects that
Waldo's has had
on our community.
And the amazing thing that happened
when we opened our doors.
We never meant for this to happen.
But now that we see what got started,
we intend to finish.
We intend to finish!
Like she described herself in the market situation, lots of kind of like broke down sort of. Yeah, she kind of broke down and said some of the mythical things behind the Delta Force. Oh, I think it's yeah, she did something about that. The one thing I love is she said anyone coming up to the Delta Force will have their answer.
I like it.
Ha ha ha. Ha ha.